right, welcome back, watch fans. Today we got another exciting collection review for you. Today we are reviewing, what are we reviewing today? We're reviewing wrist machines, wrist.machines.ca. A really interesting collection here. Real heavy hitters. I mean, that's like kind of maybe an understatement. You know, you got the Greubel Forseys, you got the MB&Fs, of course, Moser, Urwerk, and all that. But most of you guys are familiar. Of course, you got some heavy hitter Pateks. You got a minute repeater. You got Rolex. Date. Okay, big deal. Platinum. That's not such a big deal. But a really fascinating collection. One of my favorite watches, of course, is the Nautilus. The Nautilus. What is it? The 5740. The 5740 white gold. The blue dial on that watch is absolutely stunning. Perpetual calendar. Very interesting collection. We're going to review this collection. Actually, I'm going to start from the bottom because that's really going to show you the evolution of this collection here. Let me get out of the big screen. And of course, as always, the idea is to kind of get some thoughts, comments from the audience, from the punters. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below or hop on the super chat. Hang on a second. Let me just pop out an invite if anybody wants to join. Let me just go in here one moment. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's get started. So this is a guy, I think he's in, I'm assuming somewhere California, Bay Area, probably a VC or a tech guy. I mean, obviously, the budget is not an issue. The budget is not an issue with this collection. Let's start off with the basics. I think this is going to be kind of the way the collection evolved. Let's see. Is this up here? Okay, so this is online. There we go. Let me just get my face out of. Let me just get myself out of the way here. Okay. By the way, before we get started, guys, make sure you get access to our free weekly newsletter, which covers latest watch market trends, prices, auction news, previews, reviews, a lot of stuff that we don't cover in these videos, and all that good stuff. So again, it's absolutely free. Comes direct into your email box twice a week. Click the link in the video description below to get our free Watch Reporter newsletter. Okay, here we go. We got the thing right at the bottom here. All right, so let's start off. This is kind of your basic Nautilus. Your basic, now this is even below basic. This is a 5711 with a white dial, which I think is actually horrible. The white dial is a dog, I believe, with a steel. There's no contrast, so it's basically a dog. It's a dog. To me that is it's a hard pass. Okay, it's a hard pass. Now you got your Patek chronograph. Now listen, he gets points for this nice white strap. Look at this. This guy has, you guys say this guy has some style, right? He's got some sort of white sweater, white strap, white gold. Okay, the watch itself, I'm just not into the Patek chronographs. Again, if it's going to be a chronograph, I think you have to do a Daytona. I mean, really, that's in my opinion. That's kind of the thing. Because again, you talk about it's a sports watch, kind of. It's technically a sports watch, so it should be a Daytona. I mean, you got to go with best of breed. But look, this is by the way, none of these are cheap watches. These are all kind of heavy hitters. Now, we got this watch here, which again, I think this is a dog with fleas. This is the Patek Pilot travel time. It's a huge watch. And you have an alarm function. The watch is about 200 grand, by the way. It is not cheap by any means. And I'm going to just so you know what the watch is all about, because it looks ugly, it looks stupid, but I'll tell you what you get for the money. I'll tell you exactly what you get for, what is it, a couple $100 grand? Here we go. I'll show you right now. Let me show you. Okay, is this up? Okay, I'm going to show you. Let Tim Masso show you. Actually, let Tim Masso show you. Neil, hop on the panel. Come on, hop on the panel, big boy. Let Tommaso show you exactly what this watch is all about. Ready? Listen closely. Turn up your volume. Turn up your volume. Oh, shit, let me go back.
$100,000. That's about $274,000. You get a lot with your complication. Now, speaking of the complication, this one is an alarm, so let's hear it.
All right, ring a ding ding. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Is that alarm worth, a couple $100,000? Ah, wow, wow. I'm at the gym. Leave the gym. You got a phone, right? What the fuck are you doing with the gym? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. This guy's watching a video. He's at the gym. He's watching a video. You're saying you can't. What you're doing is more important than this review. Are you saying that you? Are you telling me that you? I don't know. Whatever. What are you at some at the YMCA, whatever? And you're. I don't know. What do you want? One of those treadmills or something? How can you be watching? So you're lifting weights? No, you got to be probably on one of those treadmills. You got to hop on. You got to hop on this stream. I don't want to hear any bullshit excuses from you. All right, so let's keep rolling. So this watch, again, high complication, whatever. Actually, I got it. I think who has this watch? This guy at Chamath Palpatia. What's his name? Palpatia? Chamath Palpatia. This guy probably, there's a lot of these VC guys. They're very competitive, right? So. If Chamath has one, this guy's got to get a better one. Okay, but let's see the evolution of the collection. These pictures are roughly 2 years old, or the Instagram account started about 2 years ago. So I think, when was this? Oh, so I don't know how long this guy's been collecting. I don't know any. I have no idea what the background is. But okay. So by the way, what's interesting is he has. So the collection has evolved. This guy seems like relatively active buying and selling. Okay. He's been relatively so. This one he sold. So this is one that he sold. Again, great strap choice. Listen, what is white gold or platinum? Is white gold or platinum? Great. The watch looks great with the red. It looks great. It really does. I don't know. This is fucking great picture. Also, the whole thing it works. It works. But this watch is gone. It is gone. So he sold that. Let's see what he got into. Okay. Oh fuck. Now this is a dog with fleas. This is an embarrassment. I should just get rid of this garbage. Oh, he's got a Jean Rousseau strap. Okay, hey. Okay. Just like the current. Now this, it's kind of the sector annual count. This is what a fucking disaster. Oh, please. I don't even want to look at this. You know what? The problem with this watch is. Now, I like the date wheel around that it goes around, which is actually kind of a cool thing, right? I think I saw that on who was doing that a while back. We actually did a review of that, which was actually pretty cool because the months break down into the weeks. Something about what the thing that bothers me. The thing that really bothers me is that date window. I hate date windows. I mean, I hate windows in general. I hate windows. The windows are for me, it is, again, when you have a complicated watch, why couldn't they figure something out? These guys are smart, right? Patek, they don't have anybody that can figure out a way to have another, I don't know, another sub dial or something for the date. It's just, it looks lazy. It looks cheap. This watch just looks cheap. This is à la poubelle, as our good friend, the Stad guy, our good friend would say, à la poubelle. Okay, here we go. This is a legitimate watch. Look, I think in the scheme of this collection, it's kind of a basic watch because it evolves. I think he started off with these kind of relatively basic known watches, and then he got into these. Into some really interesting independent hitters. So you're kind of seeing the evolution, right? Or at least on Instagram. Again, great watch. These are going for roughly 200 grand now. I mean, 150 retail approximately. So 165, 170. I think it's 155. It's about 170 retail with tax out the door. And again, if you're in California, it's going to be 170. And let's see. On the secondary market, they're about 200, low 200s. So it's the spread. The spread has shrunk. The spread has shrunk. I think at one point they were like 300, maybe 400. They were crazy numbers at one point. But I think people got over it. If the price drops back down, and I think it will, it definitely looks like the prices are going to come back down to retail, maybe even below retail at some point. I'd be a buyer because this is great. This is one of the best ones, and I hate Nautilus, but the two watches I like, the 5740 white gold perpetual calendar with the stunning blue dial that they have here. The watch feels amazing on the wrist, or a Patek 3800 two-tone. It's got to be two-tone. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. So he's got. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. He's got, okay, so he's got an Aquanaut travel time, right? He's got the Aquanaut travel time. And this one, of course, has the date function, the date wheel at the bottom. The Pilot is basically the same watch. The difference is the one on the right has the alarm. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. The Aquanaut travel time is actually... It's actually kind of a cool watch. If you're going to get an Aquanaut, I think the travel time is the way to go because technically this is supposed to be kind of like a sports watch, like a low-key, heavy hitter sport watch travel, whatever. This watch is, it's a travel watch. It's low-key. It feels comfortable on the wrist. Why would you want to have the stupid Pilot watch? I mean, it looks like some sort of It's basically Frankenstein with the bolts coming out. I'm calling it the Frankenstein. That's going to be the new name for this watch. The Frankenstein with the bolts coming out of the head. I don't know. Which watch would you guys rather have? How much is the? Hold on a second. What is the? How much is the 5167 now? What are these? What are they going for today? I don't even know. And again, Aquanaut. 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 I mean, Aquanaut is really kind of like, do you really have to? Do you really have to? I mean, it's gonna be one of those like, look, the Aquanaut was cool if you had it like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Today, every tomato can has an Aquanaut. Okay, even Bear Clooney has an Aquanaut. So when Bear Clooney gets an Aquanaut, that means the top is in. Okay, do you guys get it? When a tomato can like Bear Clooney starts buying an Aquanaut, that's it. It's done. The top is in. So the travel time is, it's kind of reasonable now. What is it, 60, 70 grand? Not bad, not bad. Now, I have a travel time, just regular travel time, right? Gold watch. It's like a Calatrava travel time. It's got all this. Well, it doesn't have a date. And that watch was 20 grand. Or you know what? I get something even better. A JLC travel time. No, excuse me. It's not a travel. It's it's travel time, but it's got even more functions. And it's got a date. And it's in rose gold, display back. That watch, and it's a better movement than the Patek, okay? Much better movement. You know how much that watch was? $9,000. So I would say, there's better alternatives. I think this guy probably is, again, these are early on. Maybe he's evolved to better things. Now look, he's had some heavy hitters, right? He had the ceramic. He sold this watch. Look at this. He had this and he sold it. Wow. The perpetual calendar, white ceramic. This is a heavy hit. How much? I think this one was in the 400, 500 range, maybe. It got into some crazy numbers. This guy may have made some big money with it. So that's probably what happened. This is a hard pass. Again, kind of we're getting into the basic Nautili. Again, look at this. Here's the thing. What I'm saying: when you have a perpetual calendar, you got to get rid of the other basic Nautilus. It's just the way it is, because they all really look the same, right? They do look the same, except this is white gold, the other is steel. So the subtle difference, but really, the watch is so distinct. If you're going to have Nautilus, just get the big one and get rid of everything else. You don't need like redundancy. So this guy is obviously close with Watchbox. They scammed him into buying a deBethune. They probably have made him buy a deBethune in order to get something else, right? Maybe it was some sort of package deal. I don't know. Again, I hate these deBethunes. Okay, we got another. This is the what? This is the perpetual chronograph, split second. Who's got one of these? Do we know anybody who's got one? You know what I don't like about it? I'll tell you what I don't like about it. Look at the way that. Look at the date. It's like printed on. It looks cheap. I mean, it really looks cheap. I mean, this watch is. I would just, you know what? I'd get rid of this watch. Hopefully he did get rid of it because he's got some really interesting watches. It's kind of, actually, look, none of these watches are cheap watches. We're not talking about like shitters here. None of these are like shitters. These are like, all these are heavy hitters. The question is, are some better than others? And if you're going to be, kind of at this level, why not just focus on the very best, right? Obviously, the price is not an issue, right? He's had some heavy hitters, incredible heavy hitters, right? So why not get only the best? So, okay, kind of your basic date 40 platinum. I don't know what the point of this watch though is, because everything else is so interesting, so unique. When you go into Rolex at this level, it's kind of like you're like slumming, it's kind of like maybe he wears this watch when he's, hanging out with the peasants. I don't know. Oh, this looks like Pebble Beach, no? Oh, Half Moon Bay. Okay, Half Moon Bay. Wow. Probably Ritz-Carlton, Half Moon Bay. Oh, yeah, Half Moon Bay, Ritz-Carlton. Okay. I was actually going to do a financial conference here at one point. The white dial. Hard pass. Hard pass. I'll tell you what I appreciate about this guy. This guy actually wears his watches, you'll see he's using to play golf, and like people say, oh, you can't. Yeah, no, the guy's like, he's playing golf, he's going snowboarding, there's like a normal, he's just enjoying his watches. He's not like putting them in the safe with keeping them in plastic wrappers. He wears them like this is what you're supposed to. He's getting full use out of them. Now, ooh, wow, the Celestial. Now this is not his. This is his friend's watch. So he's not trying to flex. He's not trying to flex. No, this is his friend's watch. Very cool watch. I don't know though. What's kind of the point of the watch? And I tell you, I don't like the hands. I know it's a small thing. The hands just bother me. The Celestial is kind of a crazy watch. I think what is it, like 400 grand? It's up there, right? Okay. Now we're getting into some interesting stuff. So he's got the Greubel Forsey. What is it? The Balancier. Balancier. I guess the French, right? So Balancier. Tourbillon. I don't even, look, I don't understand the watch. He's got a couple of these Greubels, right? Interesting, right? I'll tell you what it is. I don't like this, the writing on the bezel. Like what's that all about? Like if I'm paying this type of money, and these are what, a couple $100 grand, I don't want to. It's gimmicky to have this, some stuff on the, on the bezel. It's just slogan, architecture, perfection. Who cares? Like I don't want some Swiss tomato can slogans, some Communist Party propaganda, on my watch. All right. Keep it on the box. So that to me, that watch is also a hard pass. Okay, so you got the El Jefe, Patek Nautilus is rose gold. Yeah, rose gold. The blue dial. It's funny. I never really noticed the dial. Actually, some pretty interesting details. The dial is really like this. You get some stunning details on the dial. But again, he's got such better stuff. Okay, you got the hey, same watch, different strap. Oh yeah, a new strap. I gotta read this. What do you say? So he's got a different strap. This is a what is this? Oh shit! I got the same strap except in blue. Okay, this is the Jean Rousseau. I think this is the same one. I haven't had mine put on yet. It's like the canvas. It's like the waterproof strap. It's like a canvas or something, sailcloth or whatever they call it. So this is the watch, right? With black, or remember when he had it in white, crocodile? Interesting. Interesting. Listen, this guy, this guy knows how to have some fun with his watches. He's not boring. I mean, it's not like a boring collection. Yeah, he changes the straps. He doesn't do the usual, the obvious stuff. I mean, it's not. This is like, it's refreshing to see these types of collections. It's refreshing. All right, let's see here. Okay. All right. So basically, by the way, what are we rating the collections on? The overall sort of the collection kind of cohesive, the quality, is it like balanced, that type of thing. The photo creativity, yes, that matters. The creativity matters. The creativity of the photos matters. And upside potential. And also, the watch choice, are these good picks in terms of, are these sort of the best, best of breed in that, range or whatever, right? So, I think upside potential, I don't think that's a consideration. I don't think the guy's buying these for investment purposes. Oh, he has a date, but fuck. With a ceramic bezel. Yeah. Hard pass on the ceramic. Dog with fleas. It should only be steel, two-tone, white gold, whatever, right? All right. So he had this. Wait, did we see this with a different strap? Wait, did we see this one? Tourbillon. Did we see a tourbillon? He's got a blue crocodile strap. Tourbillon. Let me see. I think he had one early on. Tourbillon. No. This guy's. He's had a few. I guess he sold off his Jorns. I hope he didn't sell off the Jorns for the deBethune. That is not a good trade. If he sold the Jorns for the deBethune, bad news. Okay, I don't want to look at that stupid pilot watch. So we got a shit. Royal Oak Tourbillon, black dial. Fuck, bad choice. Again, horrible dial. If you're gonna get one of these tourbillons, I mean, that's the thing. Look, if you're gonna get a Royal Oak tourbillon, it's all about the dial. It's all about the dial. Tomato can. Let me show you something. Hang on a second. Yeah, I don't know. Japan edition. Who the fuck cares if it's a Japan edition? I think Roman Sharf. I think he's getting fleeced by these Philadelphia boys. I think he's getting fleeced by the Philadelphia boys. Look, if you're going to get a tourbillon, it's all about the dial. I mean, look at this. I mean, the price is what? It's about the same price. They're all like, 200 grand plus or whatever, 150s. I don't know. Why would you get a black dial? Oh, fuck. Because here's the thing. I feel like, look, if you're going to put something in that dial, which is a tourbillon, it's got, it has to work with the whole, it's got to work with the, and then these are the basic ones. They got some amazing ones. Hang on a second. Let me show you. Which one is this? Yeah, you want to see like the white gold. Okay, look at this. Okay, there you go. Now that my friends, that's a Royal Oak tourbillon, right? If you're gonna get a Royal Oak tourbillon, this is a platinum one, right? 300 grand. You could probably get it cheaper. Let's take a look. What do you think of this? Oof. Wow. I mean, the thing with a tourbillon, which is basically just a decorative function, right? It's about making the dial look great. It's just having a cool dial. So I think a black dial, And by the way, we saw the Japanese one with the rose gold, the hammered finish was amazing. You got these purple dials. I mean, these things are awesome. Okay, I'm just showing you, like, there's better choices out there. So that black dial is it's a hard pass. A la poubelle. Okay, so he's got another basic Aquanaut. I don't understand the point of this. I don't understand the point of this. He's got a travel time. It's kind of the same watch. It really is the same watch. It doesn't like weigh anymore. It's not like any bigger or anything. It's the same watch, just got a travel time function. Why do you need to have another one? I mean, like, why do you need two Aquanauts? Again, the Aquanauts and Nautili, they really do look the same. So if you're going to have a few, you might as well have just the one heavy hitter, the best one you can afford, the best one you can get, and that's it. You don't need three. That's my advice. I'm sure the guy's eager to hear my advice. Okay, so we got an RM. Listen, I'm shocked. This guy only has one RM. The RM67. Look at this. I guess the point of it is just this dial, right? Just the whole. This guy. Look, he's obviously probably some engineering background, very into the mechanics of the watch, very into the engineering, all that stuff. I think RM, takes innovation, right? He's probably a tech guy again. So, it ticks off all those boxes. I'm surprised the guy only has one RM, right? Why only one? Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So he's got, wow, this is his friend's Sky Moon Tourbillon. Ugly watch. I mean, this is like very gaudy, something like Saddam Hussein would have had. Ultra high complication. Heavy hitter. What is this? This is got to be like, I think, $1 million plus or whatever. I don't know. It's just so ugly. It's like all this gaudy, like, engraving. All right, so he's a Giants fan, right? So he's got the watch. Okay, he's the Giants, right? Oh, there's a baseball. Oh, Giants, whatever. I don't know. Okay, interesting, right? Like this, he's got a 5712 in the white gold. Again, also kind of boring. That's like the dog. That's the dog of the 5712 range. It's probably an early watch. Probably an early watch. This guy's got an Urwerk. He's got. We're going to get to that in just a second. Stay tuned. So it's probably something he had like way back, right? And white gold, black strap, very boring. Basic bitch of the Patek range. I wonder if he sold it. He should have. If he hasn't, I mean, like, because he's got some amazing watches. Oh yeah, he's got a couple. Okay, he's got a couple of RMs. Obviously, of course. The Nadal RM35. I don't even know what the hell this. Yeah, I don't track the RMs, or it's like I don't track those watches. But what is the point of this? It's got a, I guess you want to see the movement, right? Shock absorption. Yeah. So here's the thing. This guy actually. Again, full credit. This guy, wears the watches. They, sports, whatever, Again, he's got this one, dog. Okay, another strap. Okay, I like this. This guy keeps changing up the straps. I mean, so the ratings keep climbing. Orange. Wow, the orange crocodile is great. This is great. Now, does it work with this watch? I don't know. It's tough because it's like white. What is it? White gold? I think it's white gold, right? Is it white gold? Black dial. I don't like black dials, but the orange is a great. I mean, what a beautiful strap. Beautiful strap. Great call. Beautiful strap. I don't know if it works with the watch. What the hell is this? Tudor. He's got a Tudor Black Bay. I don't get it. Why would the guy have a $5,000? This is a $5,000 watch. Why would somebody pay $5,000 for a Tudor? That's a mystery. That is a mystery. That's a mystery. So yeah, I don't understand this. Maybe this is I don't know. Maybe this is a watch. Maybe it's his first watch. Who knows? Okay, back to the perpetual. Okay. He says I get to put it on only once. He only wears it once in a while. This guy should be wearing that all the time. Okay, so this one he sold off. Okay, with the blue crocodile. All right, so okay, he's showing somebody's JLC tourbillon. This is like a ultra rare. Wow, look at the diamonds, the way they're set. Interesting. Look, guys, if you've seen the previous videos, I think JLC, my opinion, JLC is on the move. That JLC, I think JLC is going to overtake Patek in the next 5 years. Okay, how about that? They're making incredible watches. They're the watchmaker's watchmaker. Okay. I mean, they do great movements. What they're doing now is they're upping, the quality of the handwork. They're doing these limited editions, but all that's going to trickle down. It's going to trickle down to the main production. Okay, he's got the travel time. Okay, he says he's in Zurich. Okay, the travel time. Why does he keep pushing Govberg? He says Govberg. Where he got it is very. I guess he wants to have a good relationship with Govberg. Watchbox. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, so all right. Here's a flex. Nothing beats Swiss Air First International and their end-to-end experience. I wonder how much. What is it from San Francisco to Zurich? Is there a flight? Must be pricey. I guess this guy's not at the level where can fly private, huh? This guy's he's a piker. I thought this guy was a heavy hitter. He's really looks like he's a piker. He's flying commercial. All right. Oh shit! Again, the big pilot. He's put on a white crocodile. Look, this watch seriously is unsalvageable. It's unsalvageable. I don't care what straps you put on. It's just a dog with fleas. When you have an Aquanaut travel time, that's all you need. You need an alarm. You really need an alarm. I guarantee you this guy carries a cell phone with him. Okay, the cell phone is a much more reliable alarm. This is, again, dog with fleas. The blue strap makes the watch look worse. Okay, this is such a horrible dial, so boring. You know who's got one of these watches? That tomato can on Archie's channel. Kelso or something. Yeah, I mean, there you go. That guy is like, buys the basic bitch watches, like the most boring. This watch is like to me, this watch is like the equivalent of Wonder Bread, white bread with like tuna fish. Total trash. Okay, we got the whatever. We got the platinum. Okay, now the chronograph. I'm just not feeling Patek chronographs. I just don't get it. Look, I understand it's a great complication. I understand. I hear it. I shouldn't say I understand. I hear the story. I can't get into chronographs on Patek. Daytona, yes, not Patek. Salmon dial looks good. Kind of boring. It's just because, again, when you see the problem, again, when you see some of the other stuff this guy has, like, why does he have this stuff? Unless hopefully he sold it, right? Again, you get the basic your basic annual calendar, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the Cartier just doesn't fit into this collection. He's got heavy hitters in the collection. Heavy hitters. Now look at this strap. Now this is a little ugly. I think just because the white and the purple alligator, it just got a little bit funkadelic. It's a little bit funkadelic because of the white, the heavy. I forget what they call it, but this is like, I forget what they call this model with the. It looks a little too. It looks like a pimp watch. It looks like a pimp. It's like a pimp strap. It's too much. If you're gonna do a purple, you gotta have. It's got needs a little the scale that thing around him's got to be subtle. Okay, so he's got flexing the Porsche Turbo. Look at this. All right, the petrol. Let's see what else. Okay, I don't want to see these deBethunes. Fuck these deBethunes. Look at this fucking garbage. Garbage. I hate this. Okay, now I don't understand this watch. So this is a minute repeater, right? This is 5079. This has got to be what, like a Patek minute repeater is at least what, 300, 250, 300. I'm not familiar with this model. It's, the case design. I mean, it's a big watch. Case design is interesting. The dial is so boring. It is just so boring. What does it say? Cadran email. No, it means some cadran email. What does it mean, cadran email? It means what the hell does it mean? It means shit. What does it mean? Let me see. What does one of these go for? Oh yeah, 350. About 350. Starting at 350. I wonder how it sounds. It probably, the Patek minute repeaters, they don't even sound that good. They don't sound that good. I don't know, 350 for this watch? I mean, there's just better things out there. I mean, there's more interesting things, like such a boring watch. Yeah, this is kind of a boring watch. Let's see. He's got more of these tomato can deBethune. How many? I think he's got like, I think the watch box people loaded this guy into like half a dozen deBethunes. 911 Turbo S. Do you have your watch match the car or the car match the watch? Actually, I really hate Porsche, to be honest. I know it's like sacrilege, but I think it's the dumbest car. It sounds like a I mean, the engine just sounds like a lawnmower. You got the vibration. You got, supposedly they last forever. I think I saw a video. There's some guy who got a Porsche Turbo. Which one is a Turbo S? Like in 2002 or something. It was the one with the round. I remember when those came out, and they were like, it was like under 100 grand. If I think it was used under 100 grand, and this guy put on that car so far, I think like 700,000 miles. He's had it for 23 years. He's put on like 700. He wants to go to 1 million miles. I think he's close to it. Either 750 or he's old. But again, those Porsches, I mean, they last forever. It's a great, it's a smart buy. I just find the ride horrible, and everything. I don't like anything about them. I mean, the design of the car is beautiful, but that's it. Nothing else. This is pretty nice. The baguettes. I don't know why this guy wouldn't just get a meteorite, white gold meteorite doll with the baguettes. That, in my opinion, is the way to go. Look, this guy obviously works, in Bay Area, so probably VC or tech guy. The meteorite, that's it's from space. It's from space, and white gold is much easier to wear than platinum. The platinum really is kind of like, I don't understand the platinum day dates. It's like, what's the point of it, right? Like, what's the point of the watch? It's very heavy, right? Especially when you do the 40, it gets to be very heavy. It looks like a white gold or steel watch. So why would you want to wear a platinum watch? You're going to wear a heavier watch so that only you know that it's a platinum watch? All right. Okay. He's got some vintage. So this guy actually, he basically, what? We have our 10 commandments for watch collectors. This guy, he would score pretty high because he's got vintage. He's got the perpetual calendars. He's got the perpetual calendars. He's got the gold watch. Oh shit, sorry. Fuck. All right, sorry. I had the the screen on the other one. So, okay, I was talking about the deBethunes again. They put them into a couple of these deBethunes. These load up with the deBethunes. I don't know. This picture doesn't work. It's you know, I get the contrast. I get a contrast, but you know, it's just watch. The watch just, you know, it looks very old fashioned, but it's a modern watch. The dial, the Roman numerals, it's so plain. It's like, ugh, ugh, not for me. So he's got, he has the, look, guys, I've been saying this for a while. The Paul Newman market, the Daytona market has peaked. Okay. Like everybody who would be a potential buyer already has one, right? Like every rich guy who wants to collect watches, who's like thinking of it as an investment, he already owns a Paul Newman. So there's no more buyers left. All right. I think the market's basically, you know, the last guy has bought it. The last buyer is in. That means the top is in. So there's no more upside left. I'm exaggerating slightly, but you get the point. I mean, look, it's a tomato can watch. Let's face it. You got a tomato can watch. You know, if you're going to go with a vintage Rolex, if you want to go with vintage Rolex, yeah, you get the Stellene. You get the Stellene, okay, the triple calendar Stellene, and that's a $300,000 watch, right? So, you know, it's the Stellene is a much smarter watch, and you're never going to see one. These you're going to see everybody's got one. I mean, how many of these they made? You have no idea. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, we're getting into the interesting stuff, guys. We're down to the last couple minutes here. MB&F perpetual calendar, MB&F perpetual calendar, which is we're starting to see a lot. You know, these guys are actually. I'm glad they're doing well. I mean, I'm glad that MB&F is doing well. They deserve a lot of credit. They're very innovative. It looks like a lot of the big collectors are getting into these, right? I never saw it on a rubber strap. This is an MB&F rubber strap. I never saw that. The strap is a little boring. Now, these come in different colors. Is this one green? Yeah. So really, really cool dials. The perpetual. Now they're huge watches, huge. But if you're like, again, you want that innovation, you want something different, it's the way to go, right? So you got some light bouncing off. You got light bouncing off here. It says the depth of the dial is something to behold. If you've never seen an MB&F live, you have to. Pictures. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I had one of these on my wrist, and it was it was amazing. I mean, the watch is amazing. You know, it's not my thing. It's like kind of like, you know, it's just too gimmicky, whatever. But there's no question it's an amazing watch. If you're into that whole, like, you know, funky independent look, you want something which is, you know, very innovative, this is the watch. You know, they're doing well. So you got an Urwerk, the Urwerk. How does this watch work? I have no idea. I don't even know how to read the time on this. I have no idea. You know, I don't even want to know. Oh, no, I think I get it. Oh, I think I figured it out. So the numbers kind of flip around or something. I don't even know. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Really cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad to see that somebody's supporting the independents, right? Urwerk. I don't know what this is. Oh, he's got some. Okay, whatever. Okay. Let's keep moving. He's got some Greubel Forseys. You know, okay, so speaking of best of breed, right? Look, if you're gonna get a Rolex, you know, you get, like, you know, the watch that's best of breed. You don't get the Explorer. You get, like, you know, actually, I hate this. You know, Daytona, Submariner, Yachtman, whatever. Date. Not the 1908. You know, if you're gonna get an Audemars Piguet, you get the Royal Oak. You don't get the, you know, whatever the tomato can watches that they have, the Jules Audemars, you know, garbage. No. Here, if you're going to get a Greubel Forsey, you got to get something that looks like a Greubel Forsey. This one does not. This looks like it could be any watch. You know, I know there's some complication, blah, 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 blah. This could be like whatever, just a random, it's like a random watch. You know, when people think of Greubel Forsey, they're thinking of this, right? Now, this is Balancier S2. You know who I think has one is Michael Jordan, I think, was photographed with one of these. I think I saw this on Instagram. I think Michael Jordan has this. Well, he's got another Greubel that looks very similar. I mean, this is a lot of like incredible details, stunning like this. I mean, there's a lot of 3D stuff going on. Like you got to see this in person. Like you can see it's like it's all angles in and white rubber strap. Great choice. I mean, it's like a fun, sporty watch, right? Look at this. He's skiing in the watch, right? He's going skiing in this watch. That's what he's supposed to do, right? This is an old mountain sport watch. Yeah, what is he? It's probably Lake Tahoe, of course. Yeah, Lake Tahoe. Look how great the watch looks. See, the guy's not afraid to take this This is like a $250,000 watch. He's not afraid to take it skiing, right? That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. If you're gonna, you know, the rule is, look, if you're gonna buy a watch, you got to wear the watch. You can't be like Sylvester Stallone, you know, keeping a watch in plastic. I mean, Sylvester Stallone keeps his watch in plastic. I mean, come on. He had a minute repeater and never even took it out. By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure that you click the like, subscribe button. By the way, good news. I think we're going to switch to an all membership model, paid membership. So our videos are going to go members only at some point, paid members. And that's only $4.95 a month for now. For now, we're going to raise the price soon. Yeah, we're not going to do shit for free anymore. So let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, this is not a Greubel Forsey. I mean, it's not. It's just not. This is, okay? So is this one. Wow. Crazy. He's got two of these. He's got two Greubels. Jeez, I don't even know what they do. What is this? What does this do? He's got some sort of tourbillon. He's got, oh, jeez. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care because I'm not the customer for it. I wouldn't wear it, so like I don't really care what it does, what the functions are. Look how big the watch is. It's huge. Look at the 3D stuff. Look what it's got inside the dial. I mean, this is like, it's like a giant machine on the wrist. And that's the name of this thing, wrist machines, right? This literally is a giant machine on the wrist. Yeah, I mean, this is like, this is like an attention, you want to get a lot of attention with this watch, if that's what you want. This is not a watch, a low-key watch. This, wow, the world time. Now, does he own this watch or not? The thing I can't get into is these slogans that they have going around the bezel. Like, that's their whole, like, propaganda stuff. It's so annoying. It's like, I don't need, if I'm paying $300,000 for a watch, I don't need to have this, Chinese communist propaganda all around the bezel. It's just, like, it's busy. It's too busy. Form follows function. Form, oh, he does own the watch. Yeah, form follows function. So he's got like 3 of these. So this guy's got what, a couple $1 million worth of watches. Easy. Look at this. The font. So all the type, it's too busy. All their slogans, it's too much. I mean, the watch is crazy. You got the world turning, you got tourbillons, a huge, massive watch. Okay, and what is this? The last tourbillon? No, it's the same watch, right? Yeah, we go. Oh, he was at the Super Bowl here. He was at the Super Bowl. Let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. Greubel. All right. So I don't know. What do you guys think of this? What do you tomato cans think of this, right? Again, we're rating this on photo creativity. That's one thing, right? The quality, the collection overall, watch choices, and the upside potential. So if you guys want to leave your comments, I'll start off with mine. So quality of the collection. Look, you know, on an A to F, I say this is like it's hard to say because it's on a dollar level. This is like you get a couple $1,000,000 here in watches, right? So the question is like with this, like let's call $2 million. Like, could you have gotten better stuff? Like, could you do better? Well, look, obviously, look, this is a guy who's very into these independent brands. He likes the design, the technology, the innovation. I'm all for it. I mean, it's not for me because, like, I thought that stuff is like just too avant-garde for my taste. They're too big. It's too out there. But those watches really are like, in terms of that whole avant-garde thing, those are up there. The deBethune, we got to deduct points for. I think the deBethune is a scam watch. I think that's like a gimmick, a very gimmicky watch. So I would say the deBethune really drags down the scores. So I would say this collection, I mean, technically it could be an A. I mean, look, this is multi-million-dollar collection, right? But yeah, the deBethune, he's got a couple of dogs. He's got some dog Pateks. He's got a couple expensive dogs, but dogs nonetheless. I would say this is a B. I would say this is a B because it could be an A, but there's no reason it can't be. It's just there's a couple of dogs in there. Too many deBethunes, and a couple like bad Pateks. Nothing badder than a bad Patek. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the worst? Is a bad Patek or Patek? I don't know. What do you think is worse? Yeah, I think there's some dogs in his Patek collection here. So we got this is like a fuck. Yeah, it's because it should be this. Obviously you could buy great watches, right? But and they're expensive watches. That's see the reason it's hard to weigh is because I mean they're all expensive watches pretty much, right? There's no like shitters in here, except for like I guess that was some sort of like he's got some I don't know whatever Tudor. Or I guess that's like a joke watch or something. I mean, it's probably some sort of novelty watch. Maybe for April Fools or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is a dog with fleas. You got the other one. The Pilot is a dog with fleas. You got the Tourbillon Black Dial. It's a dog with fleas. I'm gonna have to deduct points. I'm gonna have to make this a C+, because this guy could be doing a lot better. He could be doing a lot better. This could be a AAA collection. Easy. Just get rid of the dogs. And it won't be triple. It'll be like I mean, it's hard to do the weighting, but okay, we're gonna perfect the rating system at some point. Photo creativity is pretty good. I give it a B. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good, interesting photos. I mean, at least he's taking some time to take pictures, right? It's not like, hey, here's he's taking some time. It's like a B, maybe B minus. Upside potential. Oh, this is tricky. This is interesting. Upside potential. Where do I rate this on upside potential? I don't know because I really don't know how these independent watches will shake out over the next couple. I really have zero idea. It's sort of like, it's a little bit like the contemporary art market with living artists, guys who are like, 25 years old and, you have, they may get a show or whatever. And, some gallery starts promoting it and 1 out of 1,000, or will shoot up. It'll there's gonna be speculation and this flippers, just like the watch business. But then all of a sudden, 5 years later, they're crash and burn. I mean, that happens all the time in the art market, right? With avant-garde artists, right? So I don't know. It's kind of like with these really avant-garde things like MB&F with Greubel. See, part of the problem is you're really paying for that innovation, and what's going to happen is, I think I heard somebody describe this, is it's almost like it's a little bit like a car. The problem with a lot of these newer cars that made in the last, let's call it, starting in the 2000s, because of the information systems, the entertainment and all that, it's almost like, or the new ones especially, they're going to age much faster because those electronics, those big screens, they start looking old very, very fast because there's so much innovation, and the new thing looks so much better than the thing from 2 years ago. It's like I have I get I have a 2017, the Mercedes. It's an S class, and it's got the LCD, which I really don't like the LCD screens, but I figured let me try something new. The 2 big screens, right? But the new ones are much, much, much better, much more impressive. I don't even know how to use a screen. I mean, I don't even use. I really don't like using it even. The older cars aged. They were more classic because they didn't have those new electronics, but the electronics make it age. And the same thing, I believe, is with these, avant-garde watches, is that, when you do this Greubel Forsey stuff, they're going to have more and more innovation, more and more crazy stuff. So this is going to start looking quaint. This is going to look quaint in 7 years. I guarantee you. This is going to look, quaint, a little bit dated. It's not a classic design. So unless something happens and, I don't know, maybe this is I just don't see this as a breakthrough innovation. It's not like any kind of oh my God, this is just so, crazy. RMs, some of the earlier RMs, the square ones, which I was showing at the auction, they do have that look where they could age well, potentially. The square cases, rectangular cases, I should say, the classical shape. Not the tonneau shapes. The tonneau shapes, I think maybe they could, maybe it could age well. I don't know. It is going to look quaint. It is going to look a little bit quaint, though, in a couple of years. Because, they're just constantly doing such crazy innovation that everything that's a few years old does look dated. I mean, this watch is going to look the same 30 years from now. I mean, it's just going to look like a Patek Philippe. Although, again, this one I think is ugly because the date wheel is kind of like, it's like, what is it? It's like, what is it? Painted on? I don't know, just nasty. This, again, also, the Pateks are going to look like, relatively classic. FP Journe is going to look, pretty much timeless. I mean, it does, right now it looks kind of timeless. It looks like kind of an old-fashioned watch, but not old-fashioned. It is going to be, I think, relatively timeless, these FP Journes. But not this like a real cutting-edge innovation. Urwerk, this is going to be very dated looking. So in terms of how do I rate this upside potential? So none of the Pateks in here are moving up. Okay, none of them move. They're all going down. So that Nautilus, I think, is going down. Everything like in this collection is basically, I would say neutral to bearish. It is just, the market's just cooling off. I don't know what he paid. Probably some of them may have paid over retail, possibly. I have no idea. I don't know the details. I'm not a fan of. I think the Daytona market, the Paul Newmans have peaked. Like this stuff is. I don't see this going anywhere. I mean, I don't think it's gonna collapse. I don't see these going anywhere. Yeah, the Nautilus is already. I don't know. They're just a lot. They're basically a lot of the Nautilus, the Aquanauts, all that stuff. the Richard Milles. If a lot of the upside potential has already been pulled forward, all right, or it's already there. I mean, these things are dropping. So on a financial level, I would say on a rating of A to F, upside potential, I give this collection a D minus. It's a D minus. These things are all basically dead money. It's dead money. I could be wrong. Because look, he's had, I mean, where it is today, right? If he got some of the stuff at retail, whatever, he may have had some home runs. Like if he owned this at retail or early on, like he would have had a home run with this. The ceramic. I wonder how much these are now. Let me look this up. Okay. Ceramic. Yeah, about 300 grand. The white ones are 300. The black ones are, 400, close to 500. I think was it Kevin Hart had one of these during the Tom Brady roast, right? I think the white one is better. I mean, the white one is actually I don't know if it's better. It's gimmicky, it is blue. Oof, the blue is goofy. I mean, it looks like a Smurf watch. 500 grand. I think Tom Brady has one of these. Again, the guy's not paying retail. I mean, he's not paying secondary market. He's getting it from AP. I guarantee you, he's getting it from AP. Yeah, I don't know. These ceramics are kind of, it's a little bit out there. The white one is actually interesting. Black, I don't know. The white is actually a good choice. The white is a good choice. Okay, so yeah, I would say the collection on where it is right now, it's basically it gets an F. It gets an F for upside potential because these are all basically a lot of the independent brands or a lot of kind of hype watches that are the air is leaking. The air is leaking out of the tire. It's kind of like my old Mercedes chrome wheels, which have the corrosion because they're getting old. The corrosion makes the air leak, or it did. I think I got it fixed. I may or may not have gotten. I don't know, but I got to get wheels replaced at some point. That's what's going on. And basically, it's leaking slowly. So these basically are all slow leaks. This is a dog with fleas. So yeah, a lot of these are going to be underwater. Garbage. Again, I'm not insulting the guy. It's not like, I don't know the guy personally, couldn't care less. I gotta say, it takes big balls for this collection to have this collection, right? This is like a real collection. This guy's like a legitimate collector. He's not a guy. This is not a guy who's buying watches to flex. This is not a flex collection. He's not buying watches to show off. He's basically buying what he likes. He likes this, very avant-garde type stuff. The money is not an issue. I think I'm sure the guy is doing well, even though he's flying commercial to Zurich, even though he flies commercial first class, but commercial nonetheless. I get a feeling that this guy is, pretty liquid. It's like, this stuff is like basically just, this is like the equivalent, like this $2 million collection is like the equivalent of like, a $200,000 collection for like an average guy or something. It's not. It's like, it's whatever. This is like a rounding error. This is not a big deal. So I don't think he's buying it for upside potential. He just enjoys it. So, God bless him. God bless. Let's see. What we're also rating on what else? What else do we have here? What's the other thing we have? We're also rating on upside potential. So the upside potential gets an F. Watch choices. Is it interesting? I would say there's a couple of dogs which I really don't like, but otherwise it would be like an A, only because, again, it's really, he's got some really innovative, interesting watches, right? He has puts on interesting straps. He's got fun. The guy wears them skiing. So I think maybe it's a B plus. It's a B plus. Is an interesting collection. Very well-rounded collection. So that gets to like an A. Like the overall collection. Like, hey, here's my, the guy said, hey, here's my collection. The guy's like a serious collector. This is not like an Archie luxury collection where, oh, I gotta have my Submariner and blah blah blah. No, this is like a real collection. That's why we're doing this video, because it's just to see interesting stuff. We got Baron John. That's right. This guy's a Baron. He's a real Baron. How do we know? He's got that little logo next to his name. And you too, my friends, you too can be an aristocrat, become a member of the channel. How? You click the join button, and you're going to escape the matrix. You'll escape the matrix. You'll join the aristocracy. $4.95 a month. And you'll have access to all our videos, okay? Because we're moving most of our videos into the private members area, paid members only, and a lot of other good stuff. And also, we're going to bring up your comments as opposed to, the peasants. Like a lot of times I'm not even interested in dealing with the peasants, because, like, who needs the peasants, right? But this guy's a Baron. So Baron John, I'm going to answer your question. Aren't those AP ceramics a perfect example of when the next best special issue comes out and a zero? Yeah, okay. So I guess what he's saying is, yeah, these are basically kind of novelty, sort of like, again, it's that kind of novelty factor. Everybody wants the shiny new toy. Then when all the other kids get that new toy, you want the next new toy. Yeah, I think like the blue ceramic, which looks really ugly, the Smurf looking thing. And just remember, Smurfs were ugly. They were always considered ugly animals or people, whatever they are. So the blue, like this is the type of watch you get because I think the point of this watch is to say, hey, look, I got this and you don't. That's kind of what the point of this is. Also, the white ceramic. Look, the white ceramic, that was kind of a cool watch if you wear it like in, I don't know, Miami or something. Is the dial like a blue slate? Could be. I don't know. Personally, I would never wear this. I personally would never wear this. It's probably very interesting on the wrist. Yeah, I mean, they just make such great perpetual calendars. Why mess with the formula? Why mess with the formula? Yeah, these are kind of goofy. He probably, what's interesting? This guy probably had this ceramic. He said, you know what? It's kind of boring. I need something much more, out there, much more innovative. And that's why he got the MB&F. He got the MB&F. The other thing is this, right? So this guy's probably like in tech, right? Like I'm just, that's me. Actually, no, that wasn't me before. That's the Colonel. That's the Colonel. So, look, if you're going to be in tech, if you're going to wear like these heavy hitter watches, I think it's probably going to become like a flex thing in Silicon Valley. It's going to become like a flex thing to have a really like obscure, crazy, weird, very innovative watch. It's, ultra expensive, like a Greubel or like an MB&F, something like that, because it's the exclusivity is a big part of it. Because look, if you're in a room full of guys who are worth a couple $100 million, $1 billion maybe, in the 3 comma or the 4 comma club, was it 3 comma? No, the 3 wait, 3 4 comma 3 comma wait 4 comma, okay. Is it 3 comma or the 4 commas? Remember that show, Silicon Valley? So look, if you're gonna hang out in that area, you want something innovative on the wrist that's gonna be like crazy. Maybe you might want to get something that's, I guess, attention grabbing, because it's these guys are a bunch of nerds basically. They all want to show off their like little machine, little toy, and if it's exclusive, hard to get, expensive, that fits the bill. I mean, that's the watch to wear. I mean, you don't wear a Rolex in those rooms. I mean, although this guy does have, I'm actually shocked that he has a couple. He has, I think, 2 platinums, or maybe he got rid of the other one. If you're gonna have a platinum, this is the one. You got to get the one with the baguette diamonds. Although, again, my choice is white gold meteorite dial baguettes. That is my choice. But yeah, I think, those are interesting. Again, I think we mentioned there was a Chamath Pahalpatia, Chamath, whatever his name is, Chamath. So that guy's got some interesting watches. I think he has. I think definitely he has this. I think he's got this travel time. I think he's got one of these. I think he's got a couple of these. So it's very competitive. So these guys like to have something the other guy doesn't have, something better that the other guy can't get. That's the point of it. So anyway, look, interesting collection. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you click the link in the video description below to get access to our free weekly newsletter. And I will sign off. I will sign off with. Oh shit! Let me start the intro again. Here we go. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Make sure to click the like and subscribe to the channel. Upvote also.